Haiti, a land of beautiful vistas and beautiful people. But behind the beauty lies a country devastated by poverty and hunger.
The first day, at the end of the day, I discovered 18 children dead in the waiting room.
The little kids, under 3, are the ones who die of malnutrition because they can't get their hands in the pot often enough.
They can't wait. We can't let them languish one more day than they have to.
This is the story of how the passion of one woman sparked an entire community to come together to help fight malnutrition in Haiti and around the world. And the unlikely ally they found along the way, the humble peanut. From soil to sachet, it sounds simple, but the journey of these peanuts from the ground to the mouths of malnourished children is as complex as it is rewarding. The journey of meds and food for kids and its founder, Dr. Wolff, is much the same. In 1988, Dr. Pat traveled to Haiti for the first time to volunteer.
There were kids in the family that were fading. They were getting more and more malnourished, and there was this very strong belief that there wasn't a cure for this. It was grief-inducing, it was shocking, it was tragic.
Dr. Pat looked for a new solution to treat malnourished children.
When we started making Mamba in Haiti, it was revolutionary. And we bought all of the ingredients, milk, sugar, oil, and peanuts. We took it to a man downtown who had a grinder, and we said, let's see what comes out. And so we got this big bucket of our first Mamba. Kids would come in just floppy, lifeless, and by a week, they were sitting up or walking.
Il va pas marcher parce qu'il était mal en pile jusqu'à ce que il voyait l'hôpital l'aime venir bon ensemble avec venir Mamba la manger Mamba d'après j'ai été vinn pas même j'ai encore ça comme qu'a dit même si pour Gaïa oui mais pour même moi Gaïa
Parce que m'a regardé, si m'pas dans programme ça, m'pas bien bébé.
It was miraculous really for everyone who was involved in it.
In 2011, Dr. Pat retired from a pediatric practice to devote 100% of her time to the project.
When I started, I had a very unsophisticated view of what we were going to do. I figured I would raise a little money, I would make a little product, I would give it to some kids. We ramped up our ability to make this product. We ramped up our fundraising, but we realized what we really needed was we needed the international community to buy from us.
In 2012, after a successful capital campaign, MFK cut the ribbon on a state-of-the-art 18,000 square foot factory located in Quartier Morin on the outskirts of Cap-Haïtien. At the MFK factory today, 66 Haitian employees produce several hundred metric tons of life-saving food each year.
Je suis vraiment content pour moi-même. Et parce que ça te venu rendre moi indépendant.
Là nous pas te gen factory en Haïti, nous te gon gen en pile ti monde k'ap mourir par malnutrition. Mais du moment que docteur pas venu en Haïti, venu avec grand projet ça, ti monde pas mourir encore, ça fait nous content en pile et puis ça fait me content tout.
It's been pretty complex, really, all these years to have this big factory, all this machinery.
Today, MFK produces 4 life-saving food products in country.
The first product is Mamba Plumpy Nut. There is also something called ready-to-use supplementary food. It's called Plumpy Sup, one is called Plumpy Doze, and we call that Mamba Jam. We also have another product designed for school children called Vida Mamba. UNICEF Global is our single biggest customer. UNICEF has bought our product, Mamba, and shipped it to 16 countries. We are held to high standards by UNICEF and their yearly audits, and also by the international food safety standards. There isn't any other factory that makes food in Haiti that has actually sought this international approval.
In order to keep up with the growing demands for their products, MFK was running into a new problem: sourcing enough peanuts to use in their nutritious foods.
When we started, we didn't really need very many peanuts, and we bought them all locally. We were pretty quick to find out that even if you sorted them by visual to say the good ones, the bad ones, that even some of the good ones were kind of high in aflatoxin. And we couldn't be giving these high aflatoxin peanuts to malnourished kids.
By providing education and mentorship, the farmers learned to advocate for themselves, sharing what they learned with their neighbors.
Et yo vinn fè formation, vinn fè chaque mercredi. Moi-même, moi content d'eske y a développé zone nan et nous avons l'autre activité qui vient augmenter. Ça nous te gagne hier et pas de ça qu'on y a vient plus de valeur.
18 years later, more than 2,400 farmers are taking the education they have learned in MFK's program out into the fields and into their communities.
All the farmers have gotten the word. They've all changed what they do, not just the people that we taught ourselves, but every farmer has done it.
Haiti was still struggling with diesel fuel shortages when the devastating COVID-19 pandemic arrives in the country in March 2020.
Our factory was closed because all the factories were ordered closed by the president. Our employees on their own petitioned the government to reopen as an essential business. So we restarted the second week in April. Since the pandemic, it is all Haitian run, and they have been doing a fantastic job at exporting to 16 countries, meeting all international food safety standards. So I think it's a source of great pride for our workers.
MFK's investment in solar energy will decrease production and maintenance costs and make the organization a more reliable supplier of RUTF around the world.
We need more money for our mission. The longevity, the sustainability requires that we switch from diesel and generators into solar, which will provide 70% of the electricity going forward. And we need a factory that's reliable and sustainable.
This past year, MFK also reached an amazing milestone: 1 million kilos produced in a single fiscal year.
We're almost up to 500,000 children treated, and most of those are Haitian children.
The people of Haiti now bring hopes for a better life to their families and also families around the world. MFK will continue into this new season with a renewed commitment to save malnourished children, educate farmers, supplement school children and pregnant women, and provide formal employment to factory workers.
Our current mission is to not only support the malnourished kids that we now support, and the pregnant women that we now support, and the school children that we now support, and the farmers that we now support, but to be able to continue to support them and actually enlarge their program into the future.
This work is only possible with the generosity of donors and friends like you.
I'm just a pediatrician, and it's really due to thousands of people who've given their time and energy to make this work. So that's really how we got here, and I think that it's a testament to the goodness of people.